A movie is currently being shot in various communities in southern Manitoba. Crews have been set up in St. Pierre since last Friday, shooting scenes from a movie called The Corruption of Divine Providence. It's the story of a 15-year-old girl who grew up in a southern Manitoba town and becomes stigmatic. Director, writer, and producer of the film, Jeremy Torrey, says in every community they've gone through, people have been so generous and accommodating.
We ended up knocking on the door, and people there were very, very accommodating and welcomed us with open arms, and they got us the introduction at Le Routier, and then we also shot in the field across the highway yesterday, in a cornfield, beautiful. And it was all based on them just getting behind the project and believing in us, and just showing the generosity of spirit that I know is in a lot of people in these rural communities.
Torrey says once they've wrapped up in St. Pierre, crews will be moving to Selkirk, but he notes they'll be going to other locations in the area as well.
We're taking the best areas to shoot in. You know, we're here in St. Pierre, and beautiful places that we're shooting here, but we're also over in Lorette, we're up in Selkirk, we're at Cooks Creek, we're over in St. Leon, all over the place, so that we can try to really reflect what Manitoba looks like in the fall on the prairies.
He adds in every location they shoot, they like to include locals from that area to fill in the various roles.
I think we had close to a dozen today, and we're going to have more tomorrow and all that sort of thing. When we go to other communities, like when we have to go to Lorette, for example, you know, we're going to need several hundred, right? We don't know what we're going to get, but usually what we'll do is, you know, through the church, for example, we'll say, look, we may not be able to pay 400 people or 300 people, but what we would do is we'll make a donation to the church.
Torrey says once the film is wrapped up within the next year, they'll try getting it into the Toronto International Film Festival, noting people should be able to see the film within the next 2 years. For SteinbachOnline, I'm Jamie Roy.